since here in the province of the Immaculate Conception, we have a great Western saint, Saint Frances Xavier Cabrini, as our patroness. Her missionary endeavors led her all over both North and South America, and she was canonized just 29 years after her death. She is a model of obedience, missionary perseverance, and faithful religious life for us during our time of formation and onwards.
Maria Francesca Cabrini was born July 15, 1850, at Sant'Angelo Lodiano. In her youth, she was drawn toward a life of religious service that was influenced by her older sister, a schoolteacher, her uncle, a priest who captured her imagination with tales of missionary work, and the Daughters of the Sacred Heart, who prepared her for a normal school diploma in 1870. Francesca had already vowed herself to virginity at the age of 12 and tried to enter the Daughters of the Sacred Heart in 1872, but was denied on the grounds of health. She had contracted smallpox while caring for the sick during an epidemic. Although she had recovered, she did not seem physically strong. She briefly was employed as a teacher in Verdado before she was persuaded to do charitable work in an orphanage at Cadogno, where in 1877 she was able to make her vows. In the same year, she was appointed prioress of her new foundation, the Institute of Missionary Sisters of the Sacred Heart, which consisted at the outset of 7 orphaned girls whom she had trained. Mother Cabrini had much work to do in Italy, but soon craved fulfillment of a lifelong desire to do missionary work in China. Pope Leo XIII urged her to carry her gifts to Italian immigrants, not to the east, but to the west, in the slums of the United States. She dutifully set sail in 1889 with 6 sisters to some modest beginnings in New York City, where she and her followers gradually built a national and international network of some 70 institutions. These many schools and hospitals ranged across the United States and into Central and South America. Her journeys on behalf of her mission, including 30 crossings of the Atlantic Ocean, occupied much of her time and energy, though she remained physically frail throughout her life. In 1909, she became an American citizen, and when World War I broke out in Europe, she dedicated her hospitals and nuns in Italy to the war effort there. On December 22, 1917, after a brief illness, she died of malaria in her own Columbus Hospital in Chicago.
She was pronounced venerable in 1933, beatified in 1938, and canonized in 1946. Saint Frances Xavier Cabrini is best remembered for her energetic labors among immigrants and the poor in the United States, and for the establishment and staffing of orphanages, schools, hospitals, convents, and many other facilities throughout the world. In 2015, she was named patroness of the Postulancy in the province of the Immaculate Conception as an intercessor and model of perseverance.